Philosophy gets a bad rap because people picture old guys with beards arguing about stuff nobody cares about, like how many angels fit on a pin. Fair enough, some of it's dry, and if you're slogging through dense text like Kant's, it can feel like wading through mud. But at its core, philosophy is about tackling the big questions. Why am I here? What's good or bad? How do I make decisions when life's messy? It's not just academic noise. It's a toolkit for cutting through confusion, making smarter choices, and not getting suckered by bad ideas. First off, let's ditch the idea that philosophy's just for nerds in ivory towers. It's actually everywhere. When you're deciding whether to take a job for more money or stick with one that makes you happier, you're doing philosophy, weighing values like happiness versus security. When you argue with a friend about what's fair, you're wrestling with ethics. Philosophy teaches you to think clearly about these moments, not just wing it. For example, let's say you're scrolling X right now, seeing people yell about politics or AI taking over the world. Philosophy, specifically logic, helps you spot when someone's argument is nonsense, like when they're cherry-picking facts or dodging the point. That's not boring, that's power. You're not just reacting, you're seeing through the noise. Now, why is it a secret weapon? Because it trains your brain to think critically and creatively in ways most people don't. Take decision-making. Life's full of choices, and as we talked before, too many options can paralyze you. Philosophy's got your back here. There's this concept called satisficing we mentioned earlier, picking a good enough option to move forward. That comes from Herbert Simon, a philosopher-economist, and it's a hack for avoiding decision overload. A 2004 study by Barry Schwartz showed that people who aim for good enough instead of perfect are less stressed and happier with their choices. Imagine using that at 12:31 a.m. today, August 31, 2025, when you're debating whether to binge a show, sleep, or start a side hustle. Philosophy says, set your priorities, pick what fits, and act. That's not abstract, that's getting stuff done. Or take something heavier, like Nietzsche's God is dead idea we touched on. It's not about religion bashing. It's about what happens when the big stories, myths as you called them, that used to guide us fall apart. In 2025, we're swimming in new myths, like believing tech will save us or that hustle culture's the only path to success. Philosophy pushes you to question those stories. Are they true? Are they working for you? If not, craft your own purpose. That's not boring. That's taking control of your life. Nietzsche's challenge to create meaning is like a mental gym session, building resilience so you don't just follow the crowd. Here's another angle. Philosophy makes you better at arguing without being a jerk. Ever try to convince someone they're wrong, but it just spirals into a fight? Philosophy's got tools like Socratic questioning, asking why or how in a calm way to get to the root of what someone believes. It's not about winning, it's about understanding. I saw a thread on X last week where people were arguing about free speech, and it was a mess. Insults, no logic. A little philosophy could have helped them clarify their terms and actually talk. You can use that in real life, job interviews, family debates, anywhere. And it's not just for big moments. Philosophy sharpens your everyday thinking. Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, teach you to focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Feeling stressed about a deadline today? Stoicism says, do your best, but don't waste energy panicking about what's out of your hands. Studies, like one from the University of Exeter in 2019, showed Stoic exercises reduce anxiety by training you to reframe problems. That's not boring. It's a mental shield for life's chaos. Look, I get why philosophy seems like a snooze. Some of it hard to read, and academics can make it feel like a museum piece. But strip it down, and it's about hacking your own mind, seeing clearer, choosing better, living smarter. It's like a Swiss Army knife for navigating a world full of noise, scams, and tough calls. You don't need to read Plato cover to cover. Just steal the good stuff. Ask yourself, what's one choice you're stuck on today? Use philosophy. Set your criteria. Question your assumptions. Act. That's your secret weapon, and it's ready whenever you are.